Okay, this is like the 8th or 9th take. I feel like I'm yapping so much. I told you guys in that last part that after I did my little core day and my routine that I was going to shoot the next part. I didn't do that. I went to my girls to basically stay with her for my early birthday weekend. Your boy is officially quarter life 25. Start calling me Unk. Just kidding. I was getting called Unk at 23. But anyways, I am now 25. I'm excited for the years to come. I'm excited for whatever is to come of my channel in the next years. Maybe I quit out of nowhere. Who knows? Maybe I disappear and the channel becomes an ARG. I don't know. Just joking. But let's get into this part without further ado. We are officially caught up. I can't wait for the last part. I have no idea how I'm gonna do it. I'm probably not gonna live stream it just so no one gets FOMO. And yeah, I mean, let's go. There's nothing else. Let's go. Shout out to Potted, Swag, and Elephant as always, and everyone that's been watching along with me. And yeah, let's hop in. I recently got home and actually dropped a comment 29 minutes ago, but shout out to Potted, his massive berg. His massive iceberg mod for Baldi's Basics is out, and I think I'm in it somewhere. I don't know where I am. I don't know. I seen a comment saying that this was difficult, but I'm not afraid of a challenge. I'm gonna try it out, but I'm definitely gonna play. I don't know if I'm gonna do it in a, well, yes, from this video I'm going to do it in a separate video, but I don't know if I'm gonna do the video, but I'm gonna play it. But let me know if you guys want to see me play it. I definitely will play it. I'm going to play it. I think I'll just end up doing it in a video. Who cares? Why? I'll end up doing it in a video. But anyways, if you're interested in checking it out, I will leave the links down below to the trailer and the mod. And yeah, that's it. Let's get into the iceberg. Alrighty, here we go.
Medicine Habla Español Habitat Medicine is a fucking mouthful, and apparently is a channel that no longer exists. I couldn't find absolutely anything about this. Potted Plant says it's a channel that did medicine-related content, which, given that the title has the word medicine, no.
It's Potted's cat. Gone. Reduced to oasis.mwy. Yeah, I can't speak today.
Once but twice. Yeah.
Getting real sick of this guy. Do you remember anything about it or where you discovered it?
Fucking hope it did medicine-related content before switching into bizarre conspiracy videos. Or it's the other way around, I don't know. He possibly could have found it from a video talking about strange YouTube channels, but he couldn't find the video or the original channel. So yeah, I don't know. If anyone has any information about Medicine Habla Español Habitat Medicine, then please let me know.
East Barracks.
Okay, this is one channel I feel the need to reiterate to specifically YouTube themselves that just because I cover something in these videos does not mean I support the channel. And I definitely do not support this one because, like, Jesus Christ. Beast Barracks, also known as the Temple of Blood, is a channel created back in 2015. From what I can gather, this seems to be some kind of Satanist group affiliated with the Order of Nine Angles. The Order of Nine Angles is a militant, occultist, terrorist group in the United Kingdom. I didn't even know these guys existed. According to the Wikipedia page, the group advocates a spiritual path in which practitioners are required to break societal taboos by isolating themselves from society, committing crimes, embracing political extremism and violence, and carrying out acts of human sacrifice. They also want to create a fascist Aryan society, which is standard neo-Nazi stuff, but in particular, they want to colonize the entire Milky Way galaxy. More than that, the group has actually committed hundreds of real acts of terrorism, including sexual abuse, ritual...
Wow. Okay, so we're starting off strong with this video. Okay, holy shit, are you guys reading this? Even suggesting that grapes, I'm saying grape YouTube, is necessary for ascension. You know the crazy part about this being public though, and this may be a controversial take that I'm about to say, but it's crazy to think that this is, never mind. You know what? Some things are better left Not said. Because I was going to say something about Hollywood, but I'm not about to say it. Never mind.
Sacrificed.
This is fucking crazy, dude.
And child molestation and prostitution. Despite existing since the 1960s, almost all of these happened in the past, like, 6 or 7 years. Yeah, these guys are obscure, but, I mean, they're the real fucking deal, apparently. In 2020, U.S. soldier Ethan Melzer was charged with terrorism for sending information on his unit to the Order of Nine Angles.
What? Is this for real? Yo, hang on. Next thing I was going to say, what I will say is that, what was it? You know what? I won't. You know, there's certain like little like feelings you get, or at least let me know if you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. You kind of get why I don't want to comment on this one. I'm gonna leave this alone. I'm gonna leave this one alone. I'm gonna just let Swigwin do his thing.
In order to plan an ambush on his own unit. Something else I'd like to bring up that only happened after I started editing this video is that both the recent December 16th, 2024 school shooting in Madison, Wisconsin, and the even more recent January 22nd, 2025 shooting in Nashville, Tennessee, were carried out by a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old respectively, who were online friends on Discord, and were even theorized to be groomed into doing it by the Order of Nine Angles, or one of its many spin-off groups. They operate completely outside of, and even against the idea of ethics. They have several subdivisions too, such as the United States-based Atomwaffen Division, and of course this one, the Temple of Blood. Spelled incorrectly. Now, according to them, the Temple of Blood is officially independent from the Order of Nine Angles, but it has the same ideology from what I can gather. According to mappingmilitants.org, the group is run by Joshua Caleb Sutter and his wife Jillian Hoy. They also run Martinet Press, an extremely far-right book author that publishes neo-Nazi...
I keep thinking I'm on the video so I could pause it with spacebar. They're based in South Carolina? Okay, in no way am I saying this, but I do have to get it out. You know what interests me about groups like this? Where is the other end of the spectrum group that takes groups like this out? I just wonder. Where's like the anti-this group that exists to sort of balance out nature? This is kind of this thing that I've always noticed about like Earth. Why does it always feel like there are more negative groups, I guess I would say, or more extreme groups than extremely good groups? You know, where they're just about justice to the point where they'll kick in windows to find groups like this. You know, they will. You do not want to be on their, like, you know, like I would imagine that you would think that would be like the FBI and shit are looking into people associated with the Order of the Nine Angles or stuff like that. But then you also understand that to a certain degree that we can't also trust our own government, which also makes my mind think it would be very ironic with what goes down in Hollywood if some of the bigger controllers of this game, you know, whether it be the ones who own the banks or whatever you want to say, you could say the Rothschilds or whoever, I don't know, whoever Epstein's associated, whatever you want to say, are like employing some of these people in these groups, and that's why these groups stay around. But it's like, how can you just see that? Like, okay, so here's my point with this, if you guys are picking it up. The group describes itself as a hybrid between traditional satanic coven and a religious militant order. TOB is co-led by Joshua Caleb Sutter and his wife Jillian Hoy, who are based in South Carolina. That was, you know, knowing that, I wonder if I'm stopping Swag too early and we're going to find out that the group has been being cracked down on. But isn't it odd that they know two confirmed names? And it's like, because, you know, I don't know, this could actually literally just be addressed as soon as I unpause the video. But it's like, they know names. I don't know, man. That just does not add up in my head, dude. Picture me doing the thumbtack and thread sort of thing, but it just like, you have the names of these people. You can do background checks. Maybe it's hard to actually connect crimes and things to the leader because you need more evidence, which they could just have people who are under them doing all of the crime and everything, which is like the 2 kids who did the school shootings that allegedly could have been groomed by groups like this. I don't know.
Books like Iron Gates, Liber 333, and The Devil's Quran. The couple also, of course, operates Beast Barracks, the YouTube channel that's on the massive YouTube Iceberg. Yeah, come on, pay attention. Knowing all of that, what sticks out to me first about this channel is their profile picture. I don't know if they know their World War II stuff, but like, I don't think you can like Nazis and Soviet at the same time. Like, they're pretty diametrically opposed, aren't they? Unless, of course, you only like the fact that they killed people, which, I mean, yeah, I guess that kind of ends up working out, doesn't it? They have a WordPress page linked on their channel description, which was taken down at some point for violating a WordPress terms of service. And yeah, judging from the Internet Archive of this site, it seems like it was a bunch of stuff advocating for violence and murder. How about the actual videos on the channel, though? Most of them are simply advertising the books. There's really not much going on there, and the only one that immediately jumps out to me is the first one, Confiscated Kyanite Altar Ritually Desecrated. This video is 10 seconds long and features a masked man firing a semi-automatic at something, which I guess is supposed to be an ancient Arabic historical altar. The man in the video is supposed to be an anonymous Temple of Blood member. It's debatable whether or not this video is actually real. There's a good chance it isn't because I couldn't really find any news article on any kyanite altars being desecrated. I also wouldn't doubt it though because, well, you know. You know what's crazy though? Apparently this guy, the leader of Temple of Blood, Joshua Caleb Sutter, is an FBI informant, and he's been working with them since 2003.
Okay, do you see what I'm talking about? I don't know if this is about to be proven legit or false, but this is what I'm talking about. It feels like people in these groups that, so let me sum up everything if I sound like I've been going all over the place, because I know my thought process and stringing things together can seem like I'm extremely neurodivergent, but here's how my brain is trying to make sense of it. Essentially, there are so many, or not so many, but I guess in the public, not in the public eye, the Iceberg made me aware of, let me be honest, that it's like, how are these groups around if they are not informants of people within our government or doing certain things like this? Because it's like, how are these groups not cracked down on? And I'm not really trying to have an argument in the comments about it, whether you believe it or whether you don't. Just make your own mind up. But at least from my perspective, I do not understand how these groups, with the technology we have, AI, everything, cameras being all over the fucking place, all of this, that these groups are not more kept on a leash. It feels like they're more employed. I'm telling you, it feels like they're more employed. And when this popped up, it gave me everything fucking I needed to see, but
he's been giving them information about the insane cults he's been involved with. Now, that's not to say he's just faking all this. I think he's definitely an insane neo-Nazi Satanist occultist. He still publishes books, most likely with the help of the money the government gives him. There's a whole Wired article, link in the description, that goes further in detail, but shit gets really insane. I would highly recommend reading it. Oh, and also, the channel is still up, by the way.
This interests me.
I mean, like, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
But I mean, I guess if he's an...
You might know Harbor for...
But even that, if he's an informant, right? Man, I would just, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I would be scared to be him. Holy shit. Because, like, imagine, like, there's an article about you. You would have to be, like, in hiding or under government protection, right? Because if these groups are legit groups that want to organize shit, I mean, you're basically a snitch. I don't know. That one was wild to start out with. Holy moly. Oh, whoops.
1987 PC 8801 horror strategy game is a gameplay video for Produce, a 1987 PC 8801 horror strategy game. I mean, yeah. More specifically, Produce is a very obscure Japanese horror game made by DB Soft, surrounding 4 friends named Toshio, Sayaka, Tina, and Gilbert as they go on a vacation together. Toshio, the main protagonist of the game, had a huge crush on Sayaka, but as it would turn out, Sayaka actually loved Gilbert instead. Imagine getting fucking cucked by a dude named Gilbert. My god, dude. So Toshio discovers a monster living in an abandoned house who says that he can make a deal with it.
Oh my gosh, that's funny for me for so many different reasons, dude.
If he brings his friends into the abandoned house, then the monster will brainwash Sayaka into loving Toshio instead of Gilbert, and you'll live happily ever after in an incel paradise free of chads. So the game involves setting traps in this Pac-Man maze, and you have first-person views from Gilbert, Sayaka, and Tina. I don't know what Tina has to do with any of this. I guess she just kind of got roped in. The game is actually pretty impressive looking for 1987. My favorite part definitely being the UI. It's supposed to be the innards of the monster, which is a really cool concept, even though it kind of ends up looking like a Furby with its eyes and mouth closed. The game also has this minimalist soundtrack that's really good at setting the unsettling tone. Spoilers for Produce incoming, but by the end of the game, you actually see Sayaka naked, like just completely naked, and then she gets absorbed into the monster. Toshio, you fucking dipshit, now no one can have her. The credits roll and the game's main designer, Mitsuhiro Abe, just starts like talking about the game's themes to you. Yeah, thanks, I didn't want to think about them for myself. Anyways, yeah, the game looks pretty cool. I didn't play it myself for this video or anything like I did for Station.exe, but I definitely respect it. That being said, DBsoft actually made another horror game that got banned in Japan. This is a game called 177 and involves you chasing down a girl and eventually sexually assaulting her.
This is so weird with like weird timing with that one game that just got banned from Steam. I actually talked about it in the last video because my girlfriend didn't know if I wanted to cover a video on it. But the one game on Steam where it was literally like you could SA people. It was like a game entirely based on that, which was, I mean, fucking insane, dude. Like, but like, I knew immediately when I just seen the little scene that of the woman getting absorbed in the monster that I'm sorry that it was some weird hentai stuff going on, bro. You could tell.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe I don't really respect Produce. I'm kind of surprised that's not the one in the Iceberg, considering that's somewhat more interesting of a story. But whatever.
Clothing burning community.
On YouTube, there exists a very small community of people who enjoy setting clothes on fire and watching them burn. The first channel of these I found was the Fire Burning channel, who has around 200 videos of him burning random shit, mostly consisting of clothing. The comments on these videos aren't as weird as other channels like it, but they're still worthy of raising an eyebrow. People saying stuff like, "Beautiful video, my favorite love gene belonged to you," and asking somewhat strange questions like asking if the genes belong to the uploader's daughter. Hi, no, it's just some random genes I found. You think girls or boys? I do not know. Never thought about it. Beautiful video, my favorite love gene belonged to you. Yeah, I guess these genes are, pretty small, huh? Like, compared to this guy's hand. Well, I'm sure it's not a fetish, right? Like, just because there's a community of people on YouTube surrounding a certain thing doesn't necessarily mean it's for sexual reasons, right? A lot of the most popular videos on the Fire Burning channel are the ones centered around shoes and women's clothing. The second to most popular video is both, being high-heeled shoes and... whew boy, the comments on this one. Can this be done on a female leg?
I knew as soon as I seen like the pink Converse. I mean, a guy could rock pink Converse, but I kind of knew where this was like, oh man, I was like, there's no way, dude.
No injury, clean. What a total waste of gorgeous heels. They could have been sold for someone else to have some fun with. Not this way either. Polluting. What do you mean by have fun with? These shoes had to be worn by a tall woman because they are large. The right shoe rolls up, the insole from the hot fire comes off and twists, just like in the other shoes I have burned. When the right shoe is completely bound by the fire, the left shoe is just beginning to get skin burns. Unfortunately, after a while, it also shrinks and burns like the twin left shoe. A very good video where you can observe the uneven fight of women's shoes with hot fire. The boots have lost the firefight, and I have a reason to jerk as usual. Oh, okay. Not how I was expecting that comment to end. Really hot high heels. it's a great feeling to see them suffer like that, and you get really horny for. Okay.
This is wild. This is wild, bro. Again, I mean, I haven't had anybody from the burning shoe community come at me, so like I said, to each their own. I'm sure there's somebody for everything. I'm sure that somebody gets horny off of taking the wrap, like, you know, the little logo or the branding like paper on water bottles. Maybe somebody gets off on peeling the like little glue and shit off of the water bottles. Maybe someone gets off by, you know, fruit play. I just at this point, I'm not gonna judge. They don't hurt me.
Okay, we're done here. I kind of feel bad for the guy uploading these videos because
I was gonna say that if this guy has nothing to do with like the comments, like he's literally has no idea what's going on, like the question marks and everything being like, what is genuine? And maybe he's realized too, like, what the fuck is my comment section? I'm just enjoying burning shit for the fun of burning shit. Because I was gonna say in the beginning, I could actually see the appeal of burning things. It's kind of like, for me, it gives me the same feeling of a rage room, but also like kind of like peaceful. And the reason I say that is because I've done a lot of candle meditation when I was younger, and I still do it today because it's like one of the most powerful meditations, at least for me. So other people too, but I love candle meditation, so I can see the appeal. Maybe it's the Aries in me also. Astrology, fire. I'm just joking, but I don't know. So I can see the appeal in it. But man, those comments, bro, that is odd.
Because I think he just likes burning stuff with no sexual attachment whatsoever, but the only people who watch his videos are people jerking off to it. I'm definitely willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. However, the same can't be said for another clothing burning YouTuber I discovered, Burn2Shoes, who makes videos almost exclusively around setting his female friends' shoes and clothes on fire. This guy is kind of fucking depraved.
Wait, wasn't this guy in the comments? Wasn't he one of the comments?
Video, he has a sentence or two in the description about how the shoes will collapse and die in agony, or some other violent language like that. Self-admittedly, burning shoes is his fetish. I mean,
what's crazy too is the first sentence of the description is my wife. What did I just tell y'all? What did I tell you in the last video? Oh, and by the way, much respect to the person who commented that they don't agree that finding love is easy. I think we have a very good candidate right here that proves my point of what I was saying that other video. This person has a wife. Don't want to say that this individual is weird or anything, but burning shoes is a fetish, and the wife must just be cool with that. You will find someone who fucks with everything about you, I'm telling you.
He says it right there. In one video, he shows off that his friend and her daughter gave him their shoes. The daughter? Not the fucking daughter, man. A young bitch's size 36 high-heeled flip-flop.
Hold on, what? Wait. Does it say that? Oh, shit. I thought Swig was saying that. Bro, it's just to be funny. Oh, my gosh.
Will also suffer. Like, come on, dude. You're taking shoes from your friend's daughter, burning them, and then calling her a bitch? I don't even want to know how young the daughter supposedly is. I suppose there is the possibility that he's just buying these shoes himself with whatever disposable income he has, and that all this borrowing from friends shit is just roleplay. He does.
True. Could be lying about the wife.
Have over 300 videos of this shit, all with increasingly fetishistic descriptions, comments, and just general undertones. Like, there's no way a guy like this not only has this many female friends, but also enough that are willing to give him their shoes and also burn them for his fetish YouTube channel. Actually, no, that's really unbelievable. That feels like total bullshit. But, I mean, maybe he just gets play like that. I don't fucking know. So yeah, finding these channels from searching burning clothes won't result in much, but you can look up burning shoes and find a ton of channels dedicated to this hyper-specific thing. And a handful of comments on each video fucking jerking their chicken to it. Off YouTube, there's even forums dedicated to the fetish, like a sub-forum on muddyhighheels.com. Sometimes I need to take a step back and wonder how the things I say in the series sound out of context. It's
Oh my gosh.
So strange. Like how do you even have this fetish? Do you like have a fetish for like killing women and setting them on fire, but you realize that's illegal, so instead you just resort?
Exactly. Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but he read my mind. I don't know. That's literally what I'm thinking, because like the entire time, I can't even say it's at the back of my mind. It's at the forefront because I'm very curious. It's like one of the comments was literally like, "Can you do this to a female leg?" Right? It's like, what do you mean by that?
To setting women-related objects on fire instead, or do you just have a foot fetish that you like leveled up all the way? Except normally dudes with foot fetishes are like worshipping women's shoes. So I guess this is like the opposite of a foot fetish. I'm completely at a loss for words.
Yeah, this one got me. I have no idea. I have no idea what to even say. James Ferrero 9/11 simulation in Roblox environment 2017. What?
Join Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness. What the heck? Oh.
All right, so James Ferraro 9/11 simulation in Roblox environment 2017 is pretty self-explanatory, right? It's a 7-minute long video from 2017 directed by contemporary artist and experimental musician James Ferraro. He's kind of that guy when it comes to bizarre art and experimental music. He's often credited with being one of the very early pioneers of music genres like vaporwave, hypnagogic pop, and utopian virtual. There you go. This video is a simulation of the September 11th Twin Towers attacks in Roblox, set to the music from his album Anthrospray, Music for Extinction Renaissance. Except instead of 2 airplanes piloted by Al-Qaeda extremists, here it's committed by a bunch of fidget spinners. Enough fidget spinners to make it seem like the computer it's running on is gonna have a heart attack. This video was actually shown in one of James's art exhibitions in Stockholm once upon a time, which seems kind of crazy, but this video actually does appear to be making a statement. No, I don't know what that statement is, but I know there's one it's making, trust me. You can even find it on Letterboxd, and there people are pretty conflicted on whether or not this art piece is even worth anything. Some people are rating it half a star, like, what is this shit? This has no value whatsoever. Others are rating it 5 stars ironically, and others are rating it 5 stars unironically. It's one of the most controversial films on the site. This video of fidget spinners flying into the Twin Towers on Roblox, it's just amazing. The music is definitely cool though. It really makes me want to get into James Ferraro's other projects.
No, I didn't know at first if that was sarcasm, we were gonna hear the music and then it was gonna be like totally not. Like it was gonna be like some ear-destroying music or something like that. But I guess it's solid. I kind of want to hear it now. I have no idea what to make of that last entry. What it was in an art exhibit? Bro, what is Earth, bro? What the massive YouTube iceberg is making me rethink so much shit. I didn't even realize the next entry was life on Earth. That's crazy. The font is still beating me. I thought it was life on Earth.
Life on Earth is a channel that just kind of seems to upload miscellaneous weird videos. Their most popular video is eating pizza with a knife and fork for some reason, where they literally just eat pizza with a knife and fork. But there's also other self-descriptive videos like shirt drying real time, where you watch a shirt dry for 9.5 hours, or looking out the car window, where you look out the car window, pears falling downstairs, where pears fall downstairs, and a fleshy lump swings its pivoting masses, where, well, you know. Life on Earth has been posting basically whatever they want for the past 8 years, and they've posted over 800 videos. I gotta respect this one.
Dude, I gotta respect. That's probably my favorite entry so far.
Pinhead Singing exclusive video is a video uploaded by Sandman368 in 2012, and the title for this one is actually slightly misleading, since the video is actually of a human lip-syncing Elton John, while next to a mannequin Pinhead who isn't moving or singing at all. Yeah, complete clickbait. Life on Earth would never do me like that. I really like how old this video looks. You can tell he made it in the late 90s or early 2000s. People seem to think this video is scary, which, like, yeah, I get it, but I don't know, it's honestly very charming. This is what YouTube should be like.
It doesn't seem scary. I love life on Earth now. I'm gonna say that.
On September 11th, 2016, in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, a 15-year-old student named Carter Boyles would walk into Cedar Rapids High School carrying a firearm with the intent to cause a school shooting. However, before he could shoot anyone, he actually pulled the gun on himself, taking his own life right there in the school's auditorium. After the event, people would investigate his digital footprint, and he found that he had a YouTube account called Bob8466. These videos would be pretty edgy and the kind of stuff you'd expect from a future school shooter, including videos idolizing and simulating Columbine and other various shootings. His profile picture was Cho Sung-wei, the perpetrator of the Virginia Tech shooting. He also happened to be an Encyclopedia Dramatica fan. While not having an account, he was a member of the Steam group and was even noted to be friends with William Atchison, the other Encyclopedia Dramatica shooter. Yeah, wow, maybe having a high score page for shootings will lead people to use the site to try to get on it. No, but it's okay, guys. It's for the lulz. Oh,
again, guys, I don't know if this is just odd or, you know, but do they not have like some special guy who goes into these groups and infiltrates them? How is there always a connection between shooters, bro? I don't know. I'm not.
MSJ is a screamer video originally uploaded to YouTube in 2016 by Adrian Confrancesco. It starts with this girl speaking Russian in a very quiet tone, saying something about people assuming that little North Bears can't smile. Then a whole bunch of random screamer images flash on screen with a loud noise playing. Pretty standard screamer video, but I do wonder who the girl is. Like, is she the person who uploaded it? I don't know.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Pi is a free browser extension that blocks
that Swag did not show the screamer. I would have cried. I see the Pi ads so much. I feel like I'm being brainwashed.
Super Mario 64 Big Star Secret. This is one you're probably familiar with if you're an avid Iceberg Explained or Lost Media content connoisseur. If this Iceberg were made a couple years later, I'm sure it probably wouldn't be so far down, since it's gained a pretty significant amount of popularity in the past few years. But hey, what are you gonna do? For those of you who don't know, let me explain. According to the Lost Media Wiki, on August 15th, 2007, a YouTube user by the name of LotusMan17 uploaded a screamer video by the name of Super Mario 64 Big Star Secret. It would later be deleted from his channel in early 2012. The video itself had a slightly modded version of Super Mario 64, where Mario—
Okay, hang on. I don't know if Swag was doing the little meme there of, hold on, if you didn't know, like a little bit of a different version of like, let me break it down for you. You know, when people put the comments, let me break it down for you, and they don't explain, or the other one where it's let me break it down for you, and the fucking person starts breakdancing. I don't know. Probably no connection, but that shit just made me laugh when he said, if you don't know, let me explain it for you.
amount of popularity in the past. Lost Media Wiki, on August 15th, 2007, a YouTube user by the name of LotusMan17 uploaded a screamer video by the name of Super Mario 64 Big Star Secret. It would later be deleted from his channel in early 2012. The video itself had a slightly modded version of Super Mario 64, where Mario wore blue instead of red, and the castle's gray brick texture was swapped with a black one that Lotus had made himself, and also the addition of a door. The video supposedly had Database by Alexander Pearls playing, an early audio swap song that was made by the same guy as 009 Sound System. The video was made in Windows Movie Maker and contained several text captions providing steps on how to unlock Luigi in the castle's courtyard, the big star of course referring to the El Israel statue in the fountain. You'd have to kick the boo, run around the fountain, and do the kind of obscure tasks that many videos of this time period would make you do. But then a screamer would pop up, indicating that the video was fake. Now why has this gotten so popular? Well, if you couldn't tell, all archive of this video has completely vanished off the face of the internet. Sometime in 2012, Lotus deleted the video thanks to the large amounts of harassment, hate comments, and even death threats he was receiving in the comment section. People were just really mad that the Big Star Secret was fake, I guess. To this day, the only proof of the video's existence is this reaction video on it. Little brother getting scared, a late reaction. Look, see? There it is, it's real. The video has gained a huge following of people trying to track it down. It might seem kinda silly, trying to track down a shitty screamer video that will be old enough to serve in the United States military in a few months, but I think what's so intriguing about this one is that it really wasn't an obscure video. It got around 700,000 views before being deleted, and that's certainly nothing to scoff at. It's also the kind of video that a lot of people either saw it, or at least they think they saw it, because there were so many videos like it back in the day that it's certainly possible. I mean, I probably saw it. Maybe. I don't know. To this day, the video has never been found. People have looked all over for it and even made countless recreations, but we still don't have one that we can definitively say was the true original. Definitely one of the stranger lost media cases, I have to say.
LOL talking fetus.
LOL Talking Fetus is a video first discovered by Shrouded Hand on PetiteTube in his 5 Disturbing PetiteTubes video. LOL Talking Fetus is also the last entry on this iceberg that originates from this video. So now we've 100%ed both Shrouded Hand and Rainbot's videos on PetiteTube. Nice. This video, which has since been removed by the uploader, or uploader has been removed by YouTube, not sure, featured a man making these weird, almost maniacal noises as he rattled what appears to be an unborn fetus around in a bucket. And that's pretty much the entire video. Shredded Hand featured this in its entirety in this video, but kept it censored, and that version of the video still exists.
God, what the fuck did I just witness, bro? Oh my gosh, I'm almost glad the iceberg's over.
Just today. However,
it's like you get some good entries like Life on Earth, solid channel, and then you get some shit like this. I don't even know if that's fake, bro. It's blurred out, so it must be either real or just extremely magnificent of an art project to the point where it has to be blurred because you can't distinguish between if it's real or not.
Shortly after this video was posted, LOL Talking Fetus was removed from YouTube, and nobody got an archive of it. People seem to discuss the veracity in the comments, and some people seem to think it's fake, not lining up with what an actual human fetus looks like. This all happened 8 years ago, and I feel like it isn't a stretch to say that the average internet goer was a lot more gullible back then. Maybe this video is the kind of thing that you look back on it in a few years and wonder how anyone could have even thought it was real to begin with. However, we can't actually do that because, of course, the original uncensored version of the video is currently completely lost. Which honestly...
And then that also is like, where do you even get a human fetus to put in a bucket? You know, so it is obviously like fake. Jeez, man.
Probably does not.
It looks disgusting enough.
Numbers for the video's shock value all these years later, with no way of knowing what the original video looked like behind the pixels. Everything is left to the viewer's imagination. It's funny, the video is probably a lot scarier censored than it is uncensored.
Yeah, true.
I doubt it was intentional on the uploader's part, but if it was, then they're honestly a genius.
Yeah, true. Because that is what made my imagination stretch, the fact that it was censored. Because of course, then you ask, like, why is it censored? Oh man, in your mind plays tricks way worse than like that quote, we suffer more in imagination than reality. Man.
Making Nepal is a channel which is apparently run by Nepali citizen Arjun Shiwakoti, who was also, according to him, an official of the World Hindu Foundation. The channel, from what I can tell, kind of seems to be a variety channel recording various news and happenings in the country. Now, I can't actually tell which videos are the ones that feature Arjun Shiwakoti, since there's not really any reliable imagery of the guy, or at least the one I'm talking about. There's an actor named Arjun Shiwakoti, but he's from India and not Nepal. He's also had acting roles in 2021 and 2022, which wouldn't make much sense if it was the same one I'm talking about. Why wouldn't it make sense? Well, the Arjun Shiwakoti I'm talking about was arrested on July 5th, 2020 on account of sexually assaulting 2 girls aged 12 and 14 years old over the course of about 14 months. Pretty fucking shitty guy. It must suck to share a name with him. What confused me about this one is that the channel still uploaded throughout this investigation. In fact, 2020 was when the channel really started to upload a lot of videos, which wouldn't make much sense if he was really the person running the channel. But if you look up his name in the channel's videos, you get a lot of results. Maybe it exchanged owners once he got arrested, I don't know. The channel was also renamed sometime in the past 5 years, from Making Nepal to Making Nepal. The first one has Nepal capitalized, and the second one has Making capitalized. I have no idea why.
Oh man, Ryan Bain music videos.
Ryan Bain. So this guy is kind of a mystery. Back in the early days of YouTube, a channel called Ryan Bain TV emerged onto the platform. The guy's videos would be mainly music videos, focusing on him acting really, really sexual and just like gay. One of his songs was called Christmas, where he's shirtless with a Santa hat on, singing about how he had sex with Santa Claus and it made him gay. Or Prince Charming, where he sings about how seductive and hot he is. These videos were possibly ironic, but he was really playing into the character, I think. Several of his videos got reaction videos, and people didn't really seem to like him.
Oh, please stop. What kind of video is this? Who sent me this? What is wrong with this kid?
Wait a minute. Is the dude reacting him? I'm probably wrong, but I just was like, wait, what?
He's probably forever alone. Yeah, he's forever alone. This kid's just forever alone.
Now, sometime over the
Is that
years,
actually-
Ryan Bain not
I
only
low-key thought
deleted
that
all
that
of his
was-
videos, but effectively scrubbed any trace of himself off the internet for good. Re-uploads of his videos are extremely hard to find, and the only things related to him you can even find are videos indirectly talking about him. His videos were even wiped from archive.org, and the Lost Media Wiki deleted a page about his channel. I was able to find archives of a few of his videos by searching for a while, and I didn't know this before watching them, but
Book on dollar.com to get our lowest rate.
No, they interrupted me, man.
Appropriate. I hope he's over 18, because dude, if he's under 18, this is so wrong. You're making me into a pedophile.
yeah, that's a good point. I don't think there's really any way of identifying this, but Ryan Bain was possibly under the age of 18 making these not necessarily explicit, but definitely highly sexual videos. There's no way of really knowing for certain, but he definitely looks sorta young. Again,
He did,
not enough
yeah.
evidence to really say for sure, but it's a possibility to keep in mind. Even if he wasn't,
I'm sorry to that first reactor. I really thought it was like him watching his own video, or that was going to be a twist. I don't know. With the iceberg, you never know.
which
You
I'm
know?
hoping is the case, it still makes a whole lot of sense of why he would want to copyright strike any and all mention of these videos. Having with presumably his real name attached to videos like this can't be good for future job opportunities. Especially since just last year, there was a huge Dateline NBC story about a different person named Ryan Bain. Dude just can't win. There's also the possibility that he could have wiped the videos because of the hate comments and messages he was no doubt receiving on the videos. Whatever the case, I have to wonder where Ryan Bain TV is now. You can still find archives of some of his videos in places if you know where to look, but I'm not going to link them here just in case.
Mark Ferren, Claude.
Mark Ferren
Bayard.
Claude Biart was a member of the Ndrangheta Mafia organization, which was one of the most powerful crime syndicates in the entire world, and was instrumental in peddling cocaine across Italy, the Netherlands, and the rest of Europe. He also ran a cooking channel with his wife. Isn't that cute? Yeah, he had been on the run from police from 2014 to 2021 when police finally discovered his residence in the Dominican Republic, thanks to him accidentally showing his tattoos in a cooking video with his wife. Geez, that seems like a pretty obvious thing to leave hidden for such a...
All right, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Tell me you can't find someone who loves you and your criminal background. Let me... Sorry, I'm all about love today.
high prestige mobster. Like, just cover it up, dude.
He said cute.
Mordo is a Venezuelan YouTuber who appears to primarily make YouTube poops and edits and stuff like that. And he's pretty popular, it seems, with around 80,000 subscribers. I believe the reason he's on the Iceberg is that apparently back in 2021, he was accused of various crimes like watching CP and grooming minors.
Lovely.
Apparently, though, the accusations turned out to be false, probably
Oh!
sometime between this Iceberg chart being posted and
W!
now. At least that's what Wikitubia says. It's
Oh.
pretty hard to find English language information about this situation, but, I mean, Wikitubia hasn't failed me yet, I don't think, so that's what I'm going with. If anyone who has watched this guy knows that I just said was false, then feel free to correct me in the comments.
Never mind.
The next three entries are all
okay.
murderers who...
Some people... So, okay, the next 3 entries are murderers? Is that what I just heard? What I was going to say about this last guy, I was going to... When I said, oh, W, first thought crossed my mind. How do you even get accused for CP and stuff like that? Or watching it? How do you get accused? That means already that the environment that you're involved in, I feel like, is a very odd... You're in a weird Discord, or you're in a weird group that can sometimes lean into darker jokes and stuff if he got cleared of it. There's no English clarification, right? But I wonder that with some of the biggest YouTubers and stuff that have been on this iceberg, or even off the iceberg, where it was just like that, you know, found guilty for this type of stuff, where it's Minecraft YouTubers or whatever. It's like, if you get accused and then beat the allegations, how were you accused in the first place? What is that? Like, I could understand, like, from the content I make, if somebody, dude, actually, I don't want to bring this, like, up, because it's like, if somebody watches this video, they'll definitely know this part is about them. You know, I don't care, because it was really, really dumb and really stupid. But they thought, based on, like my cousin being a doula, and like a lot of the spiritual stuff and metaphysical consciousness stuff and psychology stuff I was into, the types of people that actually found like a lot of, I don't know, help within my wisdom and awaken their own truer like self, thought like I was a cult, or I would be able to be a cult leader, or I'm like the spitting image of like a very charming guy that could probably form a cult. I was like, sorry, it just makes me laugh at some of the dumb shit. But like, you can see realistically where I could probably be accused of something like that, like running or starting a cult. But like, even if you were to run investigations on me, which I'm pretty sure if I was ever to be watched, everything would be accessed anyways. If I ended up on a government watch list, it'd be like, there's just no traces of it. But that would be funny. Like, I mean, that'd be like the only thing. It's like, you cannot accuse me of like CP, like, unless you're like a really big troll or really trying to be a troll. It's like, you could never associate that with me. That like, that wouldn't even gain fire. But something like being into like cult like activities, I could see that being of like, where you look at my videos and be like, I could see that. Or try to, if you didn't know the full story like about me, or even like remotely listen to what I was saying in my videos, it's like I could see that. But you could never remotely get me close to anything to do with any underage stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how do these dudes just get accused of it? It's like, I feel like you're in the wrong chats or group chats, or maybe it's since that guy makes YouTube poops, it's like maybe some of his content is questionable. I don't know. Do y'all get what I'm saying? I hope that made sense. I'm not a cult leader. And I don't even know, to some of you watching, if I'm charming enough to even run a cult. I'm not sure. Plus, I just don't care. I don't have the time, bro. I'm trying to get off of Earth, bro.
One point held YouTube channels. The first one of these, Vucko.
I'm trying to ascend. Vucko. What?
0064 was a channel owned by Eric Frein, who at one point was one of the FBI's top 10 most wanted fugitives for being the perpetrator of the 2014 Pennsylvania State Police barracks attack, where he broke into the police barracks and shot 2 state troopers, killing one and injuring another. The resulting manhunt was extensive, lasting 48 days before he was eventually caught in an abandoned airport in eastern Pennsylvania, and then 3 years later he was sentenced to death in 2017. He's apparently still not dead though, 8 years later. I don't know what that's all about. Anyways, yeah, people found out he had a YouTube channel where he would do this like airsoft military simulation LARPing thing. Yeah, 2 of the 3 videos on this channel were videos where he dresses up like a Serbian soldier with his friends and reenacts fights from the 1990s Yugoslavian wars. His username is even Serbian for wolf. He isn't actually Serbian, by the way, not even ancestrally. None of these guys are. I'm not exactly sure why he was so obsessed with pretending to be one, but this is a guy that the FBI took 48 days to catch. So, remind me to not fuck with military LARPers, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. Do you see certain groups where I'm just like, yeah, probably.
Wumpscott86 was the YouTube channel owned by Matti Juhani Sari,
Not
the
fucking
perpetrator
around
of
with
the Kauhajoki school shooting in Finland. I've actually
Lovely.
technically already mentioned this guy back in tier 10 when I was talking about the other Finnish school shooter, Pekka Erik Avonen, who owned the YouTube channel Natural Selector 89, also known as Sturmgeist 89. Matter of fact, it's
I don't want to say this, but do you know what's odd, guys? Maybe a weird coincidence. Look at the shape of this guy's eyes. And if you go back to this guy, oddly same eye shape. I don't know. Sorry, I may just be the only one seeing that. I don't know. Slightly odd.
School shooting.
Yo, wait. This guy too. Kind of like the weird, like kind of like this. Don't know if there's any correlation, but it's just odd.
And this guy back in tier 10 when I was talking about the other Finnish school shooter, Pekka Erik Avonen, who owned.
I know that there's some studies on like the eye shape, or like seeing the whites of eyes and things like that are associated with people who are either, I don't know. It depends the culture that you're taking it from, but I remember one study saying like, you know, if you see like the whites of somebody's eyes or something like that, they're like highly more likely to be a psychopath or a sociopath or certain things like that. I think in like either Japanese mythology or whatever, if you see the whites under people's eyes, it's like the person is going to go, like in a reincarnation sense, is going to go undergo under a lot of emotional stress in their life. Like that's what the whites under the eyes meant. And like there was somebody who used a picture of like JFK with it.
The YouTube channel Natural Selector 89, also known as Sturmgeist 89. Matter of fact, it's very likely that Sari was inspired by Ovanen. The shootings both occurred in the span of a year in the same country, which famously has very low gun violence. The two shootings were 2 of 4 school shootings in the entire history of Finland, and the two are also both obsessed with other school shootings like Columbine. Both purchased their guns from the same store.
He's the guy that had "Humanity is Overrated."
And both had YouTube channels where they posted about their firearms. Even looking at them side by side, it's kind of hard to tell them apart. Apparently though, the two were never in contact, and old Wumpscut was simply heavily inspired by Ovanen. Yeah, again, the trend of school shooters having fan bases was like really disturbing and weird.
Or having similar, I'm getting too hype. I'm sorry, let me calm down, let me bring it a notch down. Or similar characteristics, what the
isn't it? Like, I don't think that's really like an unpopular opinion, but like, Jesus Christ.
Big Slims.
Big Slims was the YouTube channel of Vladislav Igorichev Roslikov, the 18-year-old perpetrator of the Kerch Polytechnic College massacre in Crimea, which is commonly cited as Russia's Columbine. Or Ukraine's Columbine, I'm not willing to get into that. He shot 20 people and wounded 67 others, and then took his own life in the library of the college, just like Eric Harris. And he was also dressed pretty similarly to Eric Harris, and yeah, he even posted about Columbine online, just like pretty much every other school shooter with an online presence. Surprisingly though, that's not actually what he posted about on his YouTube channel, and instead he only had one video. A video of him playing Minecraft on Hypixel. The video would have been uploaded when he was 14, 4 years before he would shoot at the college. It's actually a pretty humanizing perspective on such an awful tragedy. He was literally just a kid who would upload like 5 FPS Minecraft videos, just like I used to do at that age. Damn.
Damn, I said damn too. I said it under my breath, just like damn. Damn. And now it's time for another stupid fucking tone shift. Damn. Man, I don't know what to say. What I was like going to say before, but then stopped myself, is just like with all of these odd correlations between each shooter and the long running theme of it, it's like, again, how does the government or the people, all of this, you know, surveillance, and your phone is always on even if you turn it off, and cameras and everything that Edward Snowden does, how are these people not caught? Maybe a lot more is deterred already from this type of surveillance and stuff, but it's like, how is it not already, you know, I don't know, how is it not deterred almost a lot more than it is? How are these online I guess, like, again, that also plays into a certain type of rights that we have, where it's like you're allowed to have these channels, you're allowed to have these group chats and everything, but you know, I just wonder how they're not cracked down on sooner sometimes. But also the shootings can be spread out and everything. I don't know. Again, yeah, it's like those shooters were in Finland, was it? So I guess I'm just talking on the perspective of like America. It's like very interesting. But again, I'm not going to say like, oh, just because we have this surveillance and all this, it doesn't make sense. But it just makes me think about something I seen years and years ago, where it's like kids or children. Let me see if I could search it up really quickly. I was going to talk about missing kids and Walmart and everything, but I'm not even going to go into that rabbit hole right now.
This is another one where it's so obscure, I'm kind of shocked it even made it to the iceberg. I mean, I guess it is an iceberg and that's the point, but like, wow. So Ivano de Olivia is this channel with around 3,000 subscribers and a little under 200 videos. These videos will kind of just be re-uploads of clips from kids shows, both well-known and somewhat obscure. Like, you got Billy and Mandy and Futurama mixed in with shit like El Show de Belly y Beto, and of course Just in Time, a Canadian cartoon which appears to be Ivano de Olivia's favorite show, judging from the amount of videos he's posted about it, and also both his profile picture and name seem to be themed around Olive, one of the 3 main protagonists of the show, who's a 13-year-old girl. And she's also a country's inhabitant too. Just like any countries. I mean, I'm a country's inhabitant too. She's not special. Now, you go to this character's fandom wiki page, right? And before 2020, there's this one anonymous fandom user who I guess is supposed to be Ivano, just posting about how badly he wants to fuck her. This one guy comments, "I love Olive. She is so hot. Really want to marry her." And then Ivan says, "She is my girlfriend and wife, not yours, you fucking gringo. Olive id my girlfriend and my wife Ate. Ivan. Fuck you, Puto." Other comments of Ivano saying stuff like, "Ivan eat Olive. Ivan and Olive 1000% love. She is my girlfriend. I love you, Olive. Olive is mine of Ivano, and fuck you to bitch gay. Olive is my wife, bitch. Olive is my wife, not you, asshole. Nope, we're married, so get away from my girl. Of course we are married, and we are a big family with 5 daughters. And if not, you think should go to look for another. Just shut up. Force me, idiot. You can't even spell, so shut the hell up. Olive and I have always been together. Fuck you, bitch, asshole. He fought against all those who want to make you damaged. Ivano. Hi, losers. I'm the Ivano. Me and Olive, we married, and gone, $22 and 6 years shipping, all Ivano." Yeah, this guy is fucking insane. Why this character of all things? I think there's a mentality embedded into certain parts of the internet where in order to have a character as their waifu, you need to claim them. Oh, sorry, what do the kids call them these days? FOs? I think that's right. In order to claim them, you either need to prove yourself as the #1 fan of that character by some outrageous means.
What? Is that real? FO? What? FO usually stands for fictional other, used by self-shippers.
I think that's right. In order to claim them, you either need to prove yourself as the #1 fan of that character by some outrageous means, or you have to pick a character so obscure that no one would ever challenge you for it. With that being said, I'd like to announce my engagement to the little guy from 14/ who, like, runs around. Now, obviously, most people aren't like that and are okay with the idea that multiple people can like the same character. Ivano, on the other hand, though, definitely seems like a prime example of that. What even is Just in Time? I've never even heard of that. Even my friend Ty, who's heard of like every cartoon ever, has never even— oh wait, no, he's heard of it. Fuck. In the same comment section, you're never gonna fucking believe this, I found a Just in Time Iceberg, and Ivano himself finds himself as the sidebar image of the very last tier. Really? Does Just in Time have a large enough fan base to warrant one of these? And is Ivano like the guy they never want to talk about? Like Zero for the Smash community, or Shadman?
Wait a second, was the Just in Time— hold on. Was it the April Fool's video? It was the Just in Time Iceberg.
For Newgrounds. By the way, guys, if this video gets to 1 billion likes, I'll do the massive Just in Time Iceberg explained next. So don't forget to smash that fucking like button and subscribe and ring the bell notification.
Oh, no way.
2 Girls, 1 Cup is something that I think needs no introduction whatsoever. Being one of, if not the most iconic shock video of all time, 2 Girls, 1 Cup is a fetish—
nice. In Nevada. I needed this to remind me of 2 Girls, 1 Cup. Scooping out some fucking chocolate ice cream so I disgust
video of 2 women shitting into a cup, taking turns eating the shit, and then vomiting into each other's mouths. The video gained large amounts of recognition for its use in reaction videos where people will just watch it, usually not showing the video and the audio, and freak out at how disgusting it is.
Ah! Ah! Oh, I'm never gonna be able to eat ice cream again. Oh my god! Yo, these Katie's are—
Do people actually describe— hold on. All right, here we go.
Really needs any introduction. I'm sure you've all at least seen someone reacting to it before if you're lucky enough to not have seen the original video yourself. Little known fact, but the clip is actually a trailer for Hungry Bitches, a Brazilian scat fetish film. But you know what's an even littler known fact? The video was, around 2007 and 2008, originally available to watch on YouTube uncensored. Yeah, just straight up, 2 girls eating their own shit just right there next to fucking Evolution of Dance and Chocolate Rain. It's a fucking Chocolate Rain, all right. There's not really a whole lot more to this. It's just kind of crazy that the YouTube moderation was that bad back in the day. Although, honestly, I wouldn't be—
what was that in the background?
Yeah, just straight up, 2 girls eating their own shit just right there next to fucking Evolution of Dance and Chocolate Rain. It's a fucking Chocolate Rain, all right. There's not really a whole—
what was that little audio slip? Swag, were you watching something while recording? Was that a little brother in the background? What was that?
A lot more to this. It's just kind of crazy that the YouTube moderation was that bad back in the day. Although honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the video was still up right now, uploaded with 1 million croppings and filters and tucked away on some double-digit view count upload.
2 girls, 1 cup was crazy, bro. Septic 5.
Oh boy, I've been waiting for this one. If you remember from my last video when I covered Muddy Matt, the guy who likes swimming around.
Septic, like septic tanks. Don't tell me it's gonna be people diving into fucking septic tanks, bro, or something like that.
Mud. I bring up the fact that mud isn't the grossest brown thing someone submerges themselves in this tier. You might have been wondering all this time what other brown substance someone could submerge themselves in. Chocolate, maybe? Brown paint, perhaps? Coke, possibly? No, okay, you know what I'm alluding to. Nobody thinks this is cute. Septic 5, sometimes known as Septic 5 Awesome, is a video uploaded to YouTube at least as early as 2012, although thanks to this video getting taken down every once in a while, the exact history is incredibly murky. You know, it's really clogged and unsettled. It has a very messy history. It's a video about... This video features this man in what appears to be a gimp suit, sitting down neck deep in a septic tank, splashing the shit water around, spreading it across his face, and even at one point dunking his entire body underwater.
Oh my gosh. Do you guys want to see it? I mean, just go to Swigwin's video. I don't want to torture y'all.
I have to wonder if the gimp mask is actually brown, or if it was just dyed brown after years of work, like a fucked up version of Bardock's bandana from Dragon Ball Z. This is possibly the grossest video I've ever seen uploaded to YouTube, or at least in the top 10. I don't know, Nickbait definitely gives it a run for its money. The video has actually gotten some level of publicity over the years. Only a year ago, Justin Wang did a video on the subject, which you should watch after this if you're also interested in the story.
Can I even show this? I'm scared. Can I show this?
64 constantly reference it on their podcast.
I plan on watching all, but what? Video.
What video should you watch? Okay, you know what? Because there was some issue because we made it for another company or whatever. It's not on our main channel, but YouTube search Septic 5, and it's like a kind of a skit that we did. No. It's kind of a crazy skit that we did.
It's a skit?
Yeah, because they're remembering the video.
And it was even featured on Fine Bros YouTubers React.
So you can
and
leave it.
Listen,
okay.
I know there's been a handful of entries in the past where I've been like shocked that the Fine Bros would include such weird and obscure videos like the ones you'd find on this Iceberg. But this really takes the fucking cake. This kind of makes me mad, actually. Imagine making a Minecraft-themed Usher parody, and 5 years later it results in you having to like sit in front of a camera, these 2 fucking knuckleheads giving you a shit-eating grin as you watch some dude swim around in poopy water. That's like the definition of evil. That's more evil than the React trademark thing they tried to pull. Now, obviously, you might be wondering about the backstory of this video. My first question was, if there's a Septic 5, what happened to Septic 1, 2, 3, and 4? There actually exists another video of the same man doing the same thing, although it isn't numbered. There's also a Septic 6, although it doesn't seem to take place in a septic tank and also appears to feature a completely different guy.
Where is this?
There also exists an infamous Craigslist post by the same man requesting that people let him into their septic tanks. Some might judge me for this, but it's what I enjoy. I will pay you $150 to bring my equipment in and gain access to your septic tank. I then have my associate close the tank after I set my tripod and camera up. Believe it or not, it's a great place to reflect. Could you imagine if it wasn't actually sexual and this guy's just doing to like meditate or something? I don't believe him, obviously. The gimp mask isn't really screaming protective to me when the most vulnerable parts of his face are still exposed. You know, unlike Boggy Doggy, of course. You know what the gimp mask did manage to protect, though? His identity. To this day, the man featured in Septic 5 has never been identified. There have been similar stories around a similar time frame, such as a man from Maine who was arrested in 2005 for climbing into a septic tank at a women's outhouse and only got found out when a 14-year-old girl saw a man's face staring back at her in the toilet hole. However, there's no evidence to support the claim that it's the same guy. It's entirely possible that this guy could be fucking dead, too. I don't imagine septic tank diving is the healthiest hobby of all time. Whatever the case, the identity of this man remains as one of the internet's shittiest unsolved mysteries.
What play on words?
Oh, what was that a lame joke to end the video on?
That was
Kiss
great.
my fucking ass. I don't see you making a 27-part Iceberg. And thus concludes tier 11 of the massive YouTube Iceberg. Man, we're really almost there, aren't we? I don't think it's really hit me yet, the fact that the series is about to end. I spent the past, like, 3 years of my life on this.
That's fucking
Part of me
crazy.
is relieved I'm about to be done, so I can finally move on and embrace the world of making whatever videos I want instead of being tied down by a template. But I also feel sentimental towards the series as well. Throughout the past couple of years, I've grown as a content creator and especially a writer thanks to the help of this iceberg chart. And I really gotta thank Potted Plant, because if he didn't make the chart, my ass would be flipping burgers. It's to the point where the earlier parts of the series are barely watchable for me. They'll still be included in the supercut video I plan to make when the series is over, but yeah, I do not like those first couple videos, and I'm not remaking them. Of course, I'd also have to thank my viewers as well. 15,000 subscribers is fucking insane, and I never thought I'd have this many eyes staring at me, especially not to listen to me talk about diving into septic tanks. I honestly started this series unsure if I was even going to complete it in the first place, but you know, I kept on tugging and found myself here. Thank you all for tuning in, and join me next time, hopefully soon, when we finish up the massive YouTube iceberg.
Sweet. Freaking awesome. Shout out to Swag. Shout out to everyone, because I'm gonna be real too. In no way is it the same amount of work to come in here and watch a series. Hell no. But first, when I started this, I didn't know if I was going to be able to react to every single episode. I thought I would burn out over time, where I would just burn out and be like, eh. But I actually realized I do like being introduced to new series. Stuff like the One series was awesome. And everyone I met through it, and like even seeing the creator of the One series comment, like it's a really cool experience. And that's why I've always loved doing reaction videos. There was so much information on here. I was so nervous that I was gonna like not do well, but how do you not do well with just watching something and commenting over what you find interesting? But I'm glad you guys have enjoyed it. And dude, it is really sick to see the evolution from the first video all the way to this one. You have definitely done some work, Swagman. You got it. Swagman, that's his new name, Swagman. But I'm definitely interested to see what comes after, what you decide to create, and to Potted as well. Like the whole, I wonder where Potted's gonna go after doing this whole thing. Or in one of the entries, was it stated that Potted was working on another Iceberg? Can't remember. I don't know. Maybe if I remember after, I'll DM one of you guys. But dude, I mean, yeah, I can't wait. And even for me, I don't know what I'm going to do after this. I think I said in the beginning that I would go more into commentary videos. I'm still not sure. Literally, it's almost a year later, or I think it's more than a year later now. Or no, is it less? No, is it more than a year now? I think it's more than a year. I still don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do if I take, because Elephant Man had a great idea to take individual things or topics I found interesting on the tiers and turn them into commentary videos. That's a really good idea. Not sure if I'm going to do that. But I'm going to do something similar. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Or if I just go still doing reactions, I don't know. Cause I kind of have this urge or this fun like milestone I want to do to just become one of the most organic and just natural and just doesn't try too hard fucking reactors on the platform. I don't know, like just for myself, I kind of want to kind of solidify myself as one of like, I don't know, the most known reactors, but I don't know also if I realistically want to do that. I don't know. Sometimes I kind of just want to do some videos that people enjoy, meet people, just you know, enjoy different things that like people want to show me, whatever. I don't know. It's really not grand. I'm almost like my mind like wants to make it sound grand, but it's not. It's really just a simple thing. I just want to connect with people, have fun, enjoy some weird content, enjoy actually really cool content, connect with peeps, and then maybe just disappear and have my channel here sort of like this guy existed one point in time. It's really funny. If you ask ChatGPT what I do and then you ask it to describe, it's funny. It's like funny how it describes. It makes me sound like a fucking ancient philosopher. And it's like I'm over here watching Septic, a video about another guy who's covering all these different topics on YouTube made from another guy. And one of the entries is fucking diving in septic tanks. But yeah, I like how ChatGPT explains Lunar was lost with the metaphysical part of it. It's so funny because then it's like you click on a video and I'm over here watching a video about murderers and other shit that's on here. But I don't really know where I'm going to go after this or even what the next big project is. People have sent me other icebergs, other videos. I still have so many SCP things I could go into. I don't know. Feel free to always leave it down below. I don't know what'll happen, but if I do mysteriously disappear or something or stop making videos, I feel pretty successful in my heart for everything that the channel has brought and the opportunities outside of YouTube. And I don't know, I feel really good about everything I've done on YouTube, everybody I've met. So it's cool. I think I just felt like sharing this because Swag, his little chapter, his life is coming to the end. And I think it's also a chapter ending for me over here. So definitely, I will always be grateful for Elephant Man. Definitely be so grateful that email I got to check out this series and Swegwin responding to my DM, giving me permission to watch this whole thing. So sick. So sick. And then connecting with Potted too, the maker of the Iceberg, is just cool as hell. Yeah, man. It's wild. It's surreal almost. Dude, a year. Jeez, like you guys don't understand like what was going on in my life before like the Iceberg came. It's like so wild how unique and complex maybe some people's lives are. It's like I feel like the last literal 4 years of my life have just been adventure time. And it's just so weird each time a new experience comes to see how it lines up with everything else that's like going on in my life outside of YouTube. It's fucking insane. It literally feels like I'm living in a movie. But anyways, with that said, I am off. Thank you guys for watching as always. Hopefully I didn't yap your ear off and pause too much, but I'm just grateful. And we'll see where things go. Do you guys believe in me? Could I become one of the top known reactors on YouTube? I don't know. I'm so organic with my stuff. I don't really even use search or like SEO, search engine optimization and all that, or ads. I just want to be organic. I don't know. But hey, man, maybe with the help of y'all, throw my name out there. Get me out there if you would like, or not. Keep it a small, fun community with all of us gents. And do I got a parting gift for this video? I don't know. Let me do something fucking weird. I'm out of here. Love you guys. Peace.